I'm Ryan and this is Greg, and we're going to ride our mountain bikes from Greg's home in Kurrajong up the hill to Wollemi before crossing and riding through the Wollemi National Park up to the small town of Sandy Hollow, jumping on a bus, taking it back down to Newcastle before getting on a train, back to Sydney, jumping off and riding back up the hill to Greg's home 10 days later. Here we are cleaning the bikes.
Before we've even left.
So this is my bike I'm going to be riding. I just got to give him a clean. It's a bit dirty. So get it functioning properly. I don't know where Greg found these things, but not ideal for this trip, but she'll get us there. And try and fit this thing on. It's gonna work.
This?
It's gonna work. The first day was spent getting the bikes ready, putting the racks on, and seeing if they were good enough to take us where we wanted them to go.
Okay, so the rack's adjustable. Something I like to hear. Each one can be unique for each bike, and each the size of each arse on the back of the seat, so it doesn't interfere with the gear on the top of the rack. Alright, so this is all going quite nicely. Something I really like to hear. Because when things are not going quite nicely.
Well, this is my trusty beast, so we're just going to put this bike rack on and see how it goes. Oh, I've got to adjust this actually. I've got to take these off because we've got to move it back to there. Yeah, I'm just going to have to sit there. And you said a little bit forward, eh?
I think it makes sense to tilt it a little bit forward, that's right.
That's, I think. So it's wrong.
Quite possibly. Yeah, but it looks easily bendable, which is good in one way, not so good in another way. Voila! One hole the right size. Look at that.
Fits?
Yep, next one.
Sick. Sweet, we just got to do
as long as we can get.
But that's got to come down more, eh?
That's as far forward.
Look at this.
I'll straighten it up a bit. Let's see.
Cool. Just going to give her a test burl.
Got the new rack on the back. How's it feeling?
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah?
We can see when we go up the mountain.
Oh, but you've lost your load, mate. It's missing. You've lost it along the track.
Oh.
How's that?
It's good. I like the handlebars there, eh? Do you have yours up here more?
If you're road riding, I prefer them lower. If you're touring,
yeah. Why is that?
and you want to see more of the scenery, the more you sit yourself up, the more you take notice of the things around you rather than just your front wheel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Fastest that bike's been in a while. I think he was thinking about going down that drop off. You were thinking about going down that drop off, weren't you? Yeah.
On your motorbike?
Yeah.
Should I go down it?
Sure, why not?
Come off the front.
The barefoot bicyclist.
Alright, let's see. Come down here and we'll give it a crack. See if I can go down. You've gone down it on the motorbike, eh?
Up and down, yeah. It's really not going to be that hard. You're just going to roll down it, that's it. There you go. Look at that. Oh! classic. Oh. Can I zoom in? Oh, what a class! You weren't using any front brake. That was the problem. You weren't using any front brake, were you? It was all back brake. That's why you got into trouble. If you'd put your front brake on, you would have either stopped sooner or you would have lost the front end. But either way, it would have been.
I thought that went fully.
Well, lucky, because further up to the right it does. It just drops straight down.
I was like, I'm going to hit the deck.
So how was the maiden voyage?
Yeah,
A bit scary?
With a load on, this thing's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I know. We got some big hills to go up and down, I tell you.
Yeah.
That's why last night Craig said the bloke, one of the two cyclists that he met, had actually wore out a set of brake pads.
Yeah.
He said he never thought you could, but he did, because with the big load up, going down those really long mountainous hills.
These brake pads are pretty good. Maybe if we can tighten them up.
Yeah, we'll have to adjust them.
This top.
Yeah. We've got to adjust them for the lever.
Yeah.
And we've got to adjust them to make sure that all the pad is in contact with the rim.
Yeah, sweet.
Alright, let's put some oil on that chain before it totally seizes up.
That's fun, man.
You've got to get used to using your front brake, eh?
It's a bit of an adrenaline rush, eh?
Oh, imagine when you were heading for that hill. I got an adrenaline rush, let me tell you. For that drop off. And back into the workshop. Following your footsteps.
We're not going to have a crash. Just the brake instead. Polishing your bike.
No, it's just getting the WD off it. Oh, this rack's not tight either. Remind me when I get back, I've got to tighten it up.
Get back from where?
Back down. So, I'll just test the new front brake. She's got a bit of stopping power. Let me try that again. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, where do you want me to go?
As you like.
Hey, this is... I'm going to be using this gear for big hills, I tell you. Did I stop?
You made it?
If Ryan could go down there, I can too. Whoa! Down. I'm going to try and go back up. Lost traction. It's too steep and slippery. Just doing the gear test. We just did some adjustment. Changing. Just. Yes, it did it. All sorted. Maximum speed on the trail. Maximum stopping power. Yep.
Okay, so on this bike, which is mine, we put this pannier, but if we try and put this wood here just across, it's not going to work. So on my bike we're having pannier here, and then on Greg's bike we're just going to cut some wood, so we're going to put this here just like this, and then this other piece I'm going to cut it now and have it across here, So then he can get the tent on here, the cooker, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to cut it now. Probably just put it on here and cut it out. I reckon it'd be the best spot. I'm an electrician, not a carpenter.
What about over on the well thing, Ryan?
Yeah. Somewhere where
All will be well on the well.
somewhere where it's on.
All will be well. No, no.
You didn't see that. Okay. That was pretty easy to cut, eh? So we'll see if I've cut it straight. Alright, look at this.
She's a bit dodgy, but it'll do.
Greg's picked the oldest wood that there is.
I reckon. Hole in there, hole in there. Yep, why not? Well, I'm just going to give it a go. I'll put another 2 holes in there and then put these through both pieces of board and the rack, so it'll hold the 2 pieces of board together as well.
Yeah, sweet.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Where the board does have.
It's got a lot of cracks in it.
I'll have to take some of it off. The board's not too even. It's got some missing. So if in doubt, get out the big tool. Let's see if it's going to work. Just need to get it started. That's it. She's not very precise, but yep, that's it. Look at that. Get off this side. Yep. That'll do. The holes in the boards have been drilled. Now we're putting it on by the extra technical method of plastic ties. So if you believe in the, now I've seen Americans tie entire squads of people up with these things and transport them off all over the world. So if the plastic ties are strong enough to do that with, tie up whole villages and cart them off, and I reckon they're probably strong enough to hold these boards on the pushy. And if in doubt, if they're not strong enough, we've always got a few more we can put on there. Alright, so fear not for our plastic ties holding this wood on. She is rock solid. Look at that. Absolutely rock solid. Our load is going nowhere. Using these, what are these bits of wood called? They're off the put the planks off the side of the house. Oh, what do you call them? Now, all of you out there in audience land, I know that you know what they're called. What do you put on the side of?
Weatherboard. Weatherboard.
Thank you. You're the man, Ryan. So I've got these pieces of weatherboard. That see the profile. They're thinner up one end. They're thinner up one end, and they're thicker up one end. So I put the thick bits out the side, which has lent itself to forming this sort of concave profiles so that our load actually falls into the center of the rack rather than off the front or off the back. Gravity will cause it, with all the jingling, go to the front. Now I'm just hoping that the person that we're renting the house off doesn't mind that we've ripped some weatherboards off the outside of their house to build our little rack here. What do you reckon? They'll be upset, right?
Ask your mum, eh?
Alright, there we go. One perfectly... Who needs to go to the shop? Who needs to go to the pushy shop when you can build this stuff yourself? Doesn't look very smart, I know. It's the white that puts me off. I was thinking about painting it in the matching orange with the bike. What do you reckon?
Iron horse, eh? Iron horse.
So that's it. That is it.
Yeah, sick. In the next episode, we finally set off on our big trip and we end up doing way more pushing the bikes than riding. Craig, what are you doing here?
I'm just sorting out our daily supplies. This should do us for one day.